Well, y'all, you already know how Zen gets down. Doesn't matter the time of day. But we have a few questions to ask the class. Back in 1880 to 1900, this is called the Golden Age, apparently, um, when all of these buildings were supposedly built. In 1900, they couldn't figure out how to fucking get a car moving without a horse in front of it. You know what I mean? Like they were just trying to figure out the combustion engine. They were just trying to figure out um, the electric car situation. So they had horses and buggies. I don't know if I don't know how good the airplane, the commercial airplane rides were. I don't know if you could get on an airplane and smoke your Marlboros in it. But let me ask this question. You got all these hotels in the middle of the United States. Hotels. And it wasn't the United States at that time. It was something else, but whatever. You got these hotels, giant fucking hotels. The picture on the front of this broadcast. I'm not gonna do you the disservice of. Um, well, maybe I will. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll do you this service because I think it's funny. But let me ask you this simple question. All these people were getting on flights. People getting on flights from Europe. Wait, they weren't getting on flights because it's just hear me out here. Hear me out. So you couldn't take a plane, a commercial jet, or even a prop plane in 1900 to go to one of these fucking giant hotels. And here, just because I want to make this a little more clear, I'm gonna go ahead and look up I'm gonna look up a picture because I think it'd be more entertaining if you could understand um, the level, the audacity, the complete lunacy of what I'm talking about. I think it'd be, I think it's just, I think it's amusing. Let's see. Here we go. That's fine. That's fine. Here we go. Look at this. Here's some buildings. This is probably in the 1900s. This isn't it. You see that one right there? That's a good one. I think that one's that's probably a hotel right there. So you telling me they got a hotel in the middle? There's a hotel in the middle of Chicago in 1900, and I wanna repeat this 1,000 times. Where are all the people coming from to stay at that hotel? You mean all these people in 1900 didn't have fucking jobs? They just had the freedom to roam anywhere they wanted? Okay, they didn't get on flights to come from Europe. What are they going to get on a ship? They had a few weeks. It was like holiday. You know how they speak about this in Europe. Oh, we're gonna go on holiday. Let's go to we got a holiday. Yeah, what are they gonna do? Get on a fucking? They're in the middle of Europe. They're gonna take a buggy into the get behind their horse, or maybe they have two horses, or maybe they got four horses. They got behind four horses going like what, 10 miles an hour at best across bumpy roads, mudded up roads through all of Europe to get to a, maybe they'll get on a train. Okay, maybe they got on a train and then they get to the ship port, or do they get to the airport? Well, they didn't have any airports then, so they went to the shipyard. And they went to the dock and they got on a fucking ship to go across the pond or the sea. And then they got to New York. That's probably where they docked at, New York, maybe Carolina somewhere. And then they went somewhere into Chicago to go stay at this fucking hotel in the middle. I mean, okay. I was gonna be like, that's actually not a picture of Chicago. But you hear what I'm saying though. So where are all these people that had that much time on their hands? Didn't everybody have jobs then? Weren't they busy building these things? Or did just everyone have enough time? So you had all these people that could build these hotels and build these giant the post offices and all of these other crazy things that were supposedly built. There's no fucking way. Where are all these people coming from? There's not enough people today that have enough free time to go stay in hotels, to even pack a hotel. Hotels close down. They change owners because they can't afford to keep the practice going of putting people up and cleaning the rooms and all this shit. So now you got all people are employed in a hotel. How are the people getting there? Where are they coming from? Is anybody getting this picture that I'm trying to paint here? Give me a second. I'm going to put this down. Maybe this will make it clear. Where are these fucking people coming from to go to Chicago in 1890 to go to these giant hotels? Where are these people? Why do they need these giant fucking post offices in Boston and everywhere else? They don't, because they don't. Today these things aren't that big. The only reason people run hotels, it's because the buildings have been there. Profit is not even an issue to people that have money. So anybody's like out here like, oh, the economy was different back then. I had somebody come on my show the other day and be like, well, the reason people don't build these buildings is because it's economically unfeasible. Get the fuck out of here. That's the dumbest shit. You don't even understand economy if you say that shit. But it is very funny to me. So, is anybody in here? Where are these people coming from? And how do they have so much free time? And how much money did it cost to build that building? And how much did a room cost? And where are these people getting this money? Let's talk about sizable economy. Let's talk about scalable. Let's say scalable economies. Let's talk about people. Let's talk about how many people were in Chicago. Let's talk about the size of the hotels. And let me ask you, where are the people coming from to go to and I'm saying Chicago, but you could do this for any part of the country. You want to play with Seattle? You want to play with the Utah? Let's play with Utah. Let's find hotels everywhere. Back in the 1890s, 1900s, early 1900s, doesn't even matter. Get anywhere before there was airplane rides. Especially in the middle of the country, before there are airplane rides. Get right in the 19. When did buses start? I mean, everybody wasn't taking a train. I mean, nobody got on a boat to go to a train. I mean, look at the idiocy of this. I thought most people were poor back then. I thought so too. But let's go 1920s. It's about to be a stock market crash and all this shit. Whatever. 1930. Where's the air? There's commercial jets in 1930? Nope. When commercial jets come around? Not 1930, not 1940. No commercial jets to come from overseas in 1940. You'd have to have so much free time on your motherfucking hands that you could get on a ship that was going to go, I don't know how far it is, but you have to leave port either in Africa or on the most western side of Europe, and you'd have to get there. I hope this is making sense to all to everyone. I hope this gets to everyone that needs to hear it. Where are these people coming from that have so much free time that they can get on? Okay, let's just even we'll do it in the 30s. They can get in their car, really nice car. They can just drive they can just drive anywhere on their sweet ass roads that they haven't really built yet, and they're gonna come from the middle of Europe to the coast, get on a ship, go across the ocean, come to the coast of America, and then drive inland. Or get on a train, or do you know how long that will take? I mean, how long would that take? How much money would you need? How much free time would you need to do that? To go to a fucking hotel in Chicago? Okay, well, it was the people coming from other cities. Well, I thought everybody that was poor in the U.S. I mean, were you gonna go from New York to Chicago? You're gonna go from New York to Chicago? Yeah, we got the. Thank you, Johnny K. Well, we got paid vacation with benefits and a 401k and all of the extra bullshit in 1920. What do you want to play with? Just jump on a boat and fly. Just jump on a boat and get on a train, planes, trains, and automobiles, huh? Come on. Now, is this story getting thick enough for people of how stupid it sounds? that somehow in the late 1800s, early 1900s, there was all this fucking beautiful architecture that was built for stupid things, like industries that couldn't even survive. There's no way. There's no way you needed a post office that looks like the post office that was in Boston in 1888. You don't need all that. That's ridiculous. There's no reason for any kind of fucking hotels in that on hotel. Hotel. Does anyone understand how stupid a hotel sounds? Yeah, yeah, child. Well, maybe you know what, Johnny K. You said child labor back then. Hey, maybe the kids were staying at all the hotels. Maybe that's what they had. Maybe it was the hotels was just a stockpile all the slave labor. I mean, child labor. Children that were working. Children that were visiting from other countries. I'm sorry, I was tripping on my words there. Just children that just had paid vacation. Or wait, yeah, they just had lots of money. The kids were just traveling all over the globe. Yeah, all of this doesn't it sound really plausible? Like if you were to actually like draw this shit out, you'd have to be so like the absurdity of all of this thing that was going on in the 1900 the early 1900s, late 1800s is so with like mm, seven people in here, two people think this is awesome. Hey, the other five people, come on. Can I get a thumbs up or can you go do something else with your life? Because I think this is a pretty good point. Hotels, thank you. Luxury hotels in the 19th century. Hey, come join us in the middle of fucking Timbuktu or whatever, wherever the fuck people think they're gonna go. Luxury hotels. You know how long of a fucking journey that is without the convenience of modern day technology. Even today, to get to, oh man, to get to, I'm just gonna say this one more time. To get to Chicago from in the middle of Europe in 1890 would take weeks, and then you got to go back home. What were these people doing? Was everybody fucking regal? Was everybody a regal beagle out here? So you got these giant hotels that couldn't be even, you can't even put people in them today. You know, I mean, we've cheapened up things today so people can get on aeroplanes, and they can take their 2 weeks vacation and come to a weird city that they've never been to. Then we get how it works now, but in 1905, 1905, where are these people getting this money? How are they getting there? What's up, Jeannie? Can somebody else speak on this shit, yo? Because, I mean, I just, it's just too much. It's too much for these people. It really is. Like, huh. Like, it's hard enough to put fucking, yes, people in, yeah, I mean, hey, we get the ideas. Hotels and mental hospitals. Yeah, which one is it? Because ain't it funny how they all look the same? All the same buildings. We're going to make this big, beautiful hotel. Or is it a mental hospital? Ain't that funny? I mean, those people, they had such sound minds for architecture. So they could see everything. They could design a world that was so beautiful. But they couldn't help people's minds. But at least we'll put them in a nice place. There'll be fountains everywhere, and there'll be all of this really nice, like the landskeepers and the landscapers, the groundskeepers, what you call them, I guess, and everybody that's just putting the shit together. But it's you could just go insane, and they put you on in the same places you would go to a hotel You know, you could go crazy and they'll put you in the same kind of place as they would if you had a bunch of money, traveling as as aristocrats. Oh, an aristocrat, you say? That's got royal bloodline, don't you know? They'll put you in the same place. I mean, not the same place. It will look the same, but at least the mental hospital, you know, everybody has a little bit of fucking joy in their life. E.g., heroin was legal then. Everything was warm gravy. I like that. Exactly. You know what? Some of us just by licking our skin, like you could call me you know what? Fuck it. I'm OG Toad. How's that? You can lick my ass. You can lick my ass, and you'll get high off it. I'm like heroin. My asshole is like heroin. How's that? Lick my ass and you'll lift off into a new world. Yeah, I'm gonna start. Hey, I'm gonna start booking flights to come to lick my asshole so you can get high. Like you was smoking that frog, smoking that goat nut, you know? Licking that fucking toad's rumpus. We're all booking flights today to come lick the rumpus of the toad god. The toad goat. Chameleon of all centuries. The Zen, the Om, come back home, lick the ass, get heroin, get high. Let's do all this shit. Ugh. Hypno told these motherfuckers. What's up, Core? Let me fix. You know what? Let me fix my hair. Ugh. I feel like I feel I got you know what? There must be heroin in my hair, huh? See the root word for hair, or the root word for heroin is hair. The heroin to the throne, huh? Is that? Ugh. Ah, fuck. I have so much of it. It's so weird. I might. You know what? I'm gonna cut some of my locks off and just give it to kids. You know, because kids got to get high too. All right, give me 1 second. I got all of this fucking mess. I feel like that. What's that princess that had that long hair? Uh, she was a damsel in distress. Her name was Rapunzel. Was that right? Am I right here? Rapunzel with the long ass hair. Rapunzel is it? Yeah. Yeah, Rapunzel. Yeah, I feel like Rapunzel sometimes with all my fucking hair. I gotta keep combing it and shit and like, oh, who's the? But I'm gonna say this. Who's the princess that will come save me from my castle on Old Mount High? Fucking stupid, yo. Mm. So the fact that Quartz is here and my engine is here, you're taking me off a point. I don't. Well, I didn't really have a point, but I was trying to let these motherfuckers know. So I was trying, you know, I put myself back in the 1880s in my mind. That's good. Maybe I should go back a little deeper in history. 1600s. Maybe we'll do that next episode of why the fuck does everybody want to lick the toad god's ass? Heroin epidemics in the 1690s along the Silk Road. Bang. That's the name of the episode. Oh, we could do 1776. We could do that. Junipers, I've never had a brush. I don't think I could get a brush through my hair. I comb my hair with my fingers or with sometimes I need to pick it out, you know? Sometimes I get a little knot in there. But I mean, I use not like a brush, not like a thin bristled brush. I do, you know, I take that back. I do brush it but it's like one of those like I don't know. Maybe there's a. I mean, I'm gonna count them out. There's maybe 108 different little spiky things that I'll brush my hair out with, but not in the brush like, with all of the little, what the fuck are they called? Those when I think of a brush, what I think of as a like, if you had really naughty nappy hair, you'd have to brush it out. You'd have to brush it out. You don't comb your hair. You got a pick or you got a brush. You don't have a comb. So yeah, I guess I use all three of those. But normally I'll use a something in between a comb and a brush. How's that? Jamestown. Okay, what we got? Jamestown, Jameson. Energy released when you brush. Yeah, I mean that's what I mean that juniperus. Yeah, that's a really interesting thing to look at because a while ago I had bought this wooden comb that had like, oh, I don't know, it was just a flat wooden comb, and it was made out of cherry wood. Yeah, and it was different because there's like an electrical discharge or a static discharge between using plastic and rubber. It's kind of like, we talk about using your rubber soles, but there's also something that's occurring when you comb your hair out. And I don't wash my hair too often. I don't comb my hair too often. I just have to do it because I don't want one fucking nasty ass dreadnought. You know what I mean? The dreadnought is fine, but I mean, I get it if people want to dread their hair out, but that's just not my thing. Because it feels a little more comfortable once in a while to comb it out or to brush it out or whatever. But I think there's something interesting to be looked at there when we look at people's cultures and what they did with their hair. I mean, you always think of, if you think of a Native American, the first picture you get in your mind is two fucking ponytails. That's what you call them, ponytails, the tails of the pony. Or when you get into the bows and arrows and the cowboys, the chaos boys or cowboys. Cow is chaos. It's the same word. The chaos boys and the Indians or the Indianas, and you see these people with these braided hairs shooting bows and arrows with feathers in their hat against these. I don't know. They ain't got no beards. You ever notice that they don't have beards, but they have braids in their hair? They're just all clean. And then you got these like warriors with these muskets out here and these six shooters on their hips. They got six shooters and this wild ass. They always got their beards fucking are always like patchy and weird, like Patch Adams out here. So I think that's a very interesting talk. I'll do that on its own because I think it deserves its own title, and we'll get into the hair and the cowboys, the chaos boys, and the Indians, and we'll go deeper on that. But that's a really great subject. The Jamestown in the 1776. The Jamestown. I don't know about that so much. I'd have to do a little research on that to make some associations. But I think Jeannie, maybe you should do that, man, because I don't have that. That's not even on the tip of my brain. But I could do the hair thing and the cowboy Indian culture, and that makes a lot of sense. But the Jamestown and yep, the rose water. Yeah, I mean I sprayed the rose. Shit, you got me all wound up, y'all. I need to go get a little rose water and spray to myself. Let me do that right now. Hold on one second. Put you on this little secret here. See this bottle right here? This bottle right here is a special mixture that the Zener, the Zeni, the Zen fucking ultra fabulous made, and there is rose water, a little bit of isopropyl rubbing alcohol. I think I might have said that wrong. And hold on. And coconut witch hazel. Coconut like water and witch hazel. Ooh, makes me smell good. Cools down the DNA. I smell like a, oh shit, I smell good. Is that all? Oh, and a little bit of silver. That nanoparticle silver stuff that everybody really goes goo goo gaga over. I put it all in here as a mixture. And, oh, isn't it just delicious? And there you go, Quartz. Sometimes, Quartz, I think you're asking, and sometimes I think you're asking the same way. When I know the answer to a question, I'll ask somebody else the question. Why are there so many movies about cowboys? Juniper is. You know what's funny is after we got in that juniper berry and the juniper shit, when we were talking about the gin back what, about a month ago, and you sent me that awesome bottle. It's right around the time you changed your name. And then I found this new website. It's called Juniper. It's very fucking funny, and it's all these great old photos. All of the weird connection. Who is Zorro? Huh. That's a good question. And Quartz, if you know these answers, please feel free to make the show about it. Just call it Zorro. I would like to know. I could probably. I don't think I want to have to go watch all of Zorro. I mean, maybe I'll check it out. Oros. Oh, junipers. That's very funny. Oros. That's auras, right? A friend of mine, well, no, a friend of my friends, let's put it that way, has a baby, and that's the baby's name. It's not spelled that way. It's a fucking giant baby. And when I say a giant baby, I mean it's fucking giant. Like, most people would look at it and be like, what is that? Like, what is that thing? Like 2 or 3 years old? It's like, no, it's like fucking 5 months. Like, it's like that kind of giant. Like, genes of giants. Don Quixote? I can't do that one right now. Okay. What's up, DB? Schnerbs. Hey, Gary Baxter. Aros? Okay, so check it out. I'm going to get the fuck off of here, and I'm going to start a new broadcast. Unless anybody else is going to go do one. Quartz or Maya Ginny or whoever the fuck else makes these videos. Because now that you've given me so many new subjects, it'll take me about 5 minutes to do a little superficial research, and I'll go on a tirade or tangent into some weird, wild, west world epidemics. We'll do some systemic thoughts into a new world of weirdness and wisdom. Yep. So we'll talk soon, you crazy bastards. Have a beautiful day. Stay wise, stay well. Keep your butthole clean. Hold your children and pet a dog. You know what I mean? Go do something cool. Oh, and also go fucking have brunch today. It's Sunday, motherfuckers. It's Sunday brunch. We about to have brunch in about an hour. Wait, that's too early. Oh shit, it's only 7 o'clock. I thought it was like 9. Oh well, we'll have brunch in like 3 hours. Bitches!